Good morning, guys. Can you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you able to see the screen, guys? Please respond. Any one of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Number two. Okay, guys. We are in the third unit, that is classification. Okay, what is meant by classification, guys? Okay, we are going to analyze the data, guys. We are going to analyze the data. Okay. Classification is a one type of prediction problem, guys. Okay, here we are going to predict the future with the help of this classification method. Okay, in addition to this classification, another problem is also there in the prediction problem, that is regression. Okay, that is also comes under the prediction model, guys. Okay, particularly with the help of the regression, we are going to predict the numerical value, means how much they will spend in the particular year. Okay, that is comes under the numerical prediction. The classification is also comes under the prediction problem, guys. Okay, here with the help of this classification, okay, we are going to do the decision tree induction also. Okay, the decision tree induction order, we are going to classify the data, guys. Okay, how we are going to classify means with the help of tree like structure, we are going to classify the input data, guys. Based on that one, we are going to predict the unknown class labels with the help of decision tree, guys. Okay, this in the decision tree, guys, there are mainly the two steps will be there. The first one is learning step. In the learning step, what we are going to do is we are going to construct a model, that is decision tree. Okay, and the second step is that is classification step. Okay, in the classification step, we are going to that is a uh, in the classification step, what we are going to do, first we are going to test the accuracy, guys. If the accuracy levels are good, means we are going to use for the future purpose to predict the unknown class labels. This is the overall processor. Okay, any classification, guys, the same, this is the process, guys. The first step is the learning phase, the second one is classification phase. Learning phase, we are going to construct the model. In the classification model, classification phase, we are going to predict the unknown class labels, guys. We are going to predict the unknown class labels. So let us see the first one, that is a decision tree that will comes under the classification. Okay, here the overall picture scenario will be tree like structure, guys. Okay, here we will have the root node, okay, followed by the internal nodes. Finally at the bottom level we will have the leaf nodes, guys. Okay, in the bottom we will have the leaf nodes. Okay, for each and every internal node we will have the test condition. For each and every node we will have the test condition followed by the leaf nodes, guys, followed by leaf nodes. Okay, okay, here outcomes of the test condition, that will be a that is leaf nodes, guys. Outcomes of the internal nodes, that is the test condition, we will have the leaf nodes. Okay, look, those will be represented with the help of class labels, guys. Those will be represented with the help of class labels. Okay, the root here is the topmost node, guys. In the decision tree induction, where the root node will be the topmost node, guys. And okay, here example is decision tree, guys. Here example is decision tree. Okay, here is the example, guys, how the decision tree will be. Okay, here is the root node. Okay, here there is a one test condition will be there, that is a body temperature, either warm blooded or cold blooded, guys. Warm blooded or cold blooded, this is a subset, guys. Okay, here is the one type of subset, this is the another subset. Okay, this subset is belong to the warm blooded one, and this subset is belong to the cold blooded one, guys. Okay, again we will have the test condition here. Okay, warm blooded, again another test condition, that is gives the birth or not. Okay, here the result based on that one gives the birth means. Okay, that is another subgroup, guys. Okay, no means that is another subgroup. Okay, here another subgroup no for the give, warm blooded and gives the birth no means that is a non mammals, guys. Okay, this is a subgroup. Okay, likewise again after this condition, okay, we will have the another condition guys here, another internal node. Okay, here internal node will have the condition. What is the condition here is four-legged. Okay, four-legged, yes means it's a mammal, no means it's not a non-mammal. Okay, it's non-mammal. Likewise we are going to classify the overall data guys. Here we have classified the overall data guys. Okay, after the construction of this model guys, okay, that is decision tree. Okay, we are going to predict the unknown class labels. For suppose any new animal comes by or comes into picture, okay, we don't know whether it is a mammal or not, non-mammal. Okay, we are going to check the data with this one. Okay, then we are going to compare that one and we can say that it is a mammal or non-mammal. We are going to predict. Okay, in this way we are going to predict in the classification problem guys. In this way we are going to predict in the classification problem, that is particularly decision tree guys. The decision tree comes under the classification problem. The decision tree will comes under the classification problem. Okay, okay, here is the unknown class label guys. That is the name of the animal is flamingo. Okay, its temperature is warm and it won't give the birth. Let us check this data with the our decision tree guys. Okay, warm blooded one and don't give the birth. This is the output file. Okay, we are going to predict that animal is a non mammals guys. We have the flamingo, we can say that non-mammal. By comparing this one, by comparing this the given data with the decision tree, we are going to tell that we are going to predict that that animal is a, that is flamingo is a non-mammal guys. That is warm blooded and won't give the birth, that is non-mammal. Okay, here observe guys. Okay, at the end of the level we will have the class label, that is a mammal or not mammal. Okay, it's mammal or non-mammal guys. Okay, here this is the last node, that is non-mammal. Here that is the last node, non-mammal. This is the last node and non-mammal. Okay, at the end of the tree we will have the leaf nodes. Those leaf nodes are represented by class labels. Okay, that is a mammal or not mammal. Class label is yes or no. Okay, S means that is a mammal, no means it is a non-mammal guys. Okay, at the end of the decision tree we will have the leaves. Those are represented by class labels guys. This is one class label, this is one class label, this is one class label, and this is one class label guys. Okay, okay, by using this decision tree, that is a model. Okay, we are going to predict the unknown class labels, that is flamingo is a uh, mammal or not non-mammal. We are going to predict it guys. Okay, what is the answer for this one? Non-mammal guys. Okay, the next one is guys, how we are going to use this decision tree for classification. That is the path traced from the root to the leaf node. Okay, we are going to predict, that is the process we have same the thing we have followed guys. That is, okay, from starting from the root node we have to okay, trace. Okay, then we find that this is the output, that is non-mammal. Okay, in this way we are going to classify or we are going to predict the unknown class labels. Okay, that is the here how we are going to predict, how you are going to classify in the decision tree means, okay, the path traced from the root to the leaf. Okay, then we are going to predict the unknown class level, that is the flamingo is a non-mammal. Okay, understand guys? The next one is why this decision tree classifier is so popular. Why this decision tree is so popular means, okay, this is able to may handle the multi-dimensional data, guys. Normally, the data is two-dimensional, three-dimensional, and multiple dimensional. Okay, okay. With the help of this decision tree, guys, okay, it is able to handle the multi-dimensional data. Okay, multi-dimensional data. Another way we are going to represent is data cubes guys. With the help of data cubes we are going to represent the multi-dimensional data. Okay, we want moreover that this decision trees that is able to handle the multi-dimensional data guys. Okay, here also the normally the decision tree will comes under the classification. Okay, in the classification mainly we will have the two steps, that is a learning step and a classification step. Okay, here in this decision tree, the construction of this learning step, in the learning step, construction of the model and the classification, that is prediction. Okay, going to be a simple and fast compared with the remaining methods. That is what gains the more popularity in the classification, that is decision tree, guys. Okay, why this decision tree gains the so popularity means, okay, it's able to handle the multidimensional data and construction and using of this decision tree is simple and fast. And the applications related to the distant trees, we are going to use it in the medicine to predict the particular type of different. For suppose for particular one type of disease, there are different types of treatments are there. Okay, which treatment is suitable for that particular person? We already know. Okay, we will have the different huge amount of data. From that, we have for suppose constructed one model. By using that one, we are going to predict the which type of treatment is particularly suitable for that particular person. We are going to predict, guys. Okay, in the medicine field, in the manufacturing field and production and finance analysis. Okay, there is also another application where we are going to use the decision trees and the astronomy and molecular biology also. Okay, and molecular by DNA, RNA sequences. Okay, those also, this is the application, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, in the decision tree construction, guys, attribute selection measure. Okay, that is plays a very important role, guys. Okay, with the help of this attribute selection, okay, we are going to partition the tuples. We are going to partition the tuples in a best way. That is also in a distinct classes, guys. With the help of the attribute selection measure. Okay, this is a process, guys. We are going to see in the next coming slides. Okay, in the next coming topics, we are going to tell about these attribute selection measures. Okay, here with the help of this attribute selection measure, we are going to partition the overall data into two distinct classes with the help of this attribute selection measure, guys. Okay, and one more thing, guys, normally while constructing these decision tree, okay, from the huge amount of data, okay, some branches may have some erroneous or noisy data. Some branches will have the erroneous data or noisy data. Okay, how you are going to how you are going to eliminate that one is, okay, with the help of tree pruning, guys. With the help of tree pruning, we are going to identify the erroneous branches and we are going to remove the those such branches, okay, to improve the accuracy related to the classification, guys. Okay, how you are going to improve the classification accuracy means with the help of tree pruning, guys. What is the meant by tree pruning means? It is able to identify the erroneous branches in the decision tree, and we are going, and it is able to remove those branches. Okay, it will be helpful in improving the classification accuracy, guys. And the next one is how this decision tree comes into picture. That is development related to history related to this decision tree, guys. Okay, in the late 1970s and early 1980s, okay, J. Rose has developed this decision tree algorithm, guys. That is the name is ID3, guys. Okay, here ID3 means iterative digitomizer, guys. Okay, that is the name of the decision tree they have developed. That is developed by J. Rose. Okay, after that one, okay, this work is extended, guys. Okay, that is the sum of the scientists, that is Hunt, J. Marlin, and Stone, has developed the extension related to this ID3, that is C4.5. This is the successor of ID3, guys. Extension work for okay, that is added to the ID3. Okay, we will get the C4.5, guys. This is also one of the type of decision tree, guys. Okay, that is developed by group of scientists. Okay, next one, guys, the group of statisticians. Okay, the group of statisticians. Okay, in the 1984. Okay, they have published the book related to the classification and regression tree. We call them as a CART, CART. Okay, classification and regression tree book they have published. That is by a group of statisticians, guys. This is the different history related to the decision tree, guys. Okay, that is ID3, next C4.5, the next one is classification and regression trees. Okay, the different in uh, publications related to this decision tree, guys. Okay, guys, till now what we have seen, guys, what is meant by decision tree we know. Okay, how the decision tree structure will be though. Okay, that is internal node, root node, and the leaf node, and the representations. Okay, and how you are going to classify the data also we have seen. That is the class. This regression tree will comes under the classification, means how we are going to predict the unknown class labels also we have seen. Let us see the algorithm related to this decision tree. Okay, let us see the algorithm related to the decision tree, guys. Okay, what is the input for this decision tree algorithm, guys? Obviously that is the data. It takes the input as training tuples. Okay, by using the training tuple we are going to construct the decision tree. Here we call that training tuples as D here, guys. What is the input for the decision tree algorithm? That is the training tuple. We call them as a data partition D. Okay, data partition is a D. It contains the attribute set as well as the training tuples also. Okay, better to write down the algorithm, guys. It will be helpful for you. Okay, what is the input means for this construction of the decision tree means? That is the data partition D. As well, it consists of a set of training tuples and the associated class labels, guys. Class labels means already know, guys, what is meant by class label means. If you see this diagram, that is the decision tree. Okay, you're able to easily understand it. These are the class labels, guys. The leaf nodes are represented by class labels. That is the particular the animal is mammal or not. Okay, yes or no. Yes means that is a mammal, no means that is a non-mammal, guys. Okay, those are class labels, guys. Class labels are nothing but yes or no. Yes means here mammal, no means non-mammal, guys. Okay, those are the class labels. And as well as what is the input for the decision means, this is the tuples we are going to give the input for the uh, decision tree construction, as well as the class labels also we are going to give it, guys. Okay, and one more thing is attribute list. What is meant by attribute list means nothing but it's a set of attributes, guys, a set of candidate attributes. For suppose like one attribute is a credit card rating, another battery is an id of that particular customer. Those are all we called combinedly, we call them as a attribute set, guys. Attribute set is nothing but it consists of all the attributes are grouped together to form a one set that we call them as a attribute set, guys. Okay, these are the input for the decision tree construction, guys. That is training tuples associated with class labels as well as the attribute list, guys. These are the input for the decision tree. Okay, in the construction of the decision tree, the attribute selection method plays a very important role. Okay, it will split the overall uh, data tuples into partitions. Okay, in that there is a no overlapping between these tuples, guys. After the attribute selection method, okay, applying the attribute selection method, we are going to partition the data tuples, guys. Okay, into different subclasses. Okay, here the splitting of the attribute either we can do by with the help of split point or splitting subset, guys. Split point means, for suppose, related to the income that is greater than the 65,000 and less than the 65,000, that is a split point, guys. Coming to the splitting subset means light colored one, okay, dark colored one and medium colored one. Light colored means white color, like that. Okay, dark color means black, red. Those will comes under the subset, guys. We are going to divide the attributes into subset, that will be splitting subset. Splitting point means, for suppose, income. If you take the example of income greater than the 65,000, that is a one group, and less than the 65,000, that is another group. That will comes under the split point, guys. In this way we are going to separate the attributes, guys. In this way we are going to separate the attributes. Okay, here this attribute selection method, where it will be, okay, for suppose, okay, which branch we have to make that as a root node, that will also with the help of the attribute selection. After the making the root, okay, we are going to make the different attributes as the subroots, right? Okay, internal nodes. So for that one also, this attribute selection method will be very helpful for framing the internal nodes, guys. Okay, guys, this is the overall scenario related to the decision tree. Okay, here the decision tree is very okay. In the decision tree construction, guys, we are going to use the top down approach, guys. Okay, that is a recursive one. For suppose, first we are going to construct the root node, okay, with the help of attribute selection method. After that, okay, we will have the different which attribute has to be selected here, and which attribute has to be selected here, and which attribute also selected here. That will be based on the attribute selection method. Means the same process we are going to use for the all the remaining attributes also. That is why we call them as a recursive approach. Okay, here we are going to divide that overall attributes into subset of attributes, and we are going to repeat the same process, guys. What is the input for this one means, that is the training set, tuples and associated class labels. That is the input for the decision tree, guys. Okay, here, okay, in the mainly in the decision tree, guys, what we are going to do is the training set we are going to recursively partition into smaller subset. Like for suppose here, age, that will be partitioned into three subgroups. That is, one is related to youth, one is related to middle age, and one is related to the seniors. Okay, in this way we are going to partition the overall attributes into subset of attributes, guys. Okay, right. And the next one is, guys, here for doing these algorithms, guys, mainly with three parameters that is used. That is the overall input data, and the attribute set means it contains all the attributes, that is age, credit card rating and salary. Okay, all these are the attributes, guys. Attributes set list and the attribute selection method. Okay, with the help of this attribute selection method, we are going to form the root as well as the internal roads also. Okay, internal nodes also we are going to make with the help of attribute selection method. This is a separate procedure, guys. Okay, we will see the one example, then you can easily understand this one. Okay. Normally, guys, while constructing the distant tree, we have to start with a one single node that we call them as a root node, guys. How we are going to make this one means, for suppose, okay, the tuple D, all are having the same value, then that will be the root node. For suppose here, the middle age, okay, all are having the S here. That is a leaf node, guys. For suppose, for if you compare the youth means, okay, they will have two things, student SR node. Okay, two sub branches are there. For example here, for credit card rating fair and excellent, there are two sub branches are there. That is why it is not at all the root one. But coming to here, all are middle aged here. Okay, for that one it is S, guys. For that all of them it is S means it is a leaf. It became the leaf node. For suppose otherwise, okay, they will have the different values means we have to go for the again attribute selection method. Okay, attributes for a youth as well as the senior, we have to again go for the attribute selection method to calculate the which one is the splitting criteria here. What is the splitting criteria for youth? What is the splitting criteria we got is that is student SR note. Okay, and the credit card rating, that is fair or excellent. Okay, all these are the different, these are the overall diagram related to the, okay, whether we can whether the particular person able to buy a computer or not, guys. Okay. Okay, here the splitting criteria that plays a very important role, guys. Here, for making the age as a root node, we have to use the splitting criteria attribute selection method. Here also, okay, for making this student as a root, that is also comes that is the output of the attribute selection method. For here also, the output is that is credit card rating from the attribute selection method. Based on this attribute selection method only, we are going to make the different routes as well as the internal routes. Okay, that is a separate process, guys. And moreover that, we are going to use this attribute selection method, okay, for recursively for finding the root node as well as the internal nodes also, we are going to use this attribute selection method, guys. Okay, here where this attribute selection won't come is, for suppose, for particularly here, guys, where the, okay, if the all the labels are having the same class means we are going to make that one as a leaf, guys. For the example here, for age, for the middle age, okay, it is S means we are able to give the credit card for that particular person, or we are the particular person is able to buy a computer, we are going to estimate that one, guys. Okay, all the attributes particular class labels are same means we are going to make that one as a leaf node. For here, youth and the seniors, they will have the different values. That is why the attribute selection method comes into picture. With the help of that one, we are going to make this one as a student as a root one, and credit card rating as a root, internal root for this one here, guys. Okay. నేనా సెకండ్ ఇయర్ Okay, guys, the next one is methods for selecting the best conditioner. Okay, if anyone not write this slide means they can ask me, guys. Otherwise I will continue it. Okay, at all if you know, won't write this one means just tell me. Okay, methods for selecting the best fit condition, guys. Okay, while selecting the attributes as a, root node or internal node, okay, there we will have the different conditions, guys. Okay, also for selecting the best one as the root, guys. Okay, that will be okay. How each one has to be selected, that will be based on the corresponding output from the attribute, guys. Okay, based on the corresponding output from the attributes, we are going to do this one. Okay, for suppose coming to this binary attributes, we will have the two branches, guys. Okay, that is for example body temperature. They maybe they will be warm blooded one or cold blooded one. Okay, this is also binary attributes and generated potential outputs, guys. Okay, in the binary attributes they will have only two outputs, guys. Okay, for example body temperature, warm blooded and cold blooded. Okay, these are all the best selecting the best condition for the attributes. Okay, that will be depends upon the output of that attributes. For suppose body temperature, okay, here the only two outputs will be there. Okay, that will be depends mainly on the output of the attributes, guys. Okay, here binary attribute means they will have only two values, that is okay, if you take the example body temperature, warm blooded and cold blooded. Okay, next one is nominal attributes, means they will have the many values as the output from that particular attribute. First, like the example here, marital status. Okay, that is single, divorced, and married. These are the different outputs of this marital status. Okay, we will have the different values here. Okay, here this is the multi-way split. Okay, and the next one is okay. How we are going to make this one as a binary split means we are going to combine the two values into a one value. Okay, this way we are going to make this one as a binary split. For suppose marital status are married or single, here single and divorced are combined here. Okay, overall how many outputs for this marital status? Two. Okay, binary split we are making, converting into binary split by combining the two or more attribute outputs. Okay, here also the marital status single. Okay, and the married and divorced they have combined, guys. And the next one is marital status single and married. Okay, they have combined into one, and the next one is diverse. Okay, in this way we are going to group the different attribute values to form as a binary split, guys. Okay, in the nominal attributes we will have the many values as the output for the binary attributes, like marital status single, divorced, and married. Okay, and how we are going to make that one into binary split means by combining the two or more attribute types. Write down this diagram, guys. Okay, the previous one and this one also. Okay, yes, completed. Okay, the last one is ordinal attributes, guys. Okay, The last one is ordinal attributes. Okay. Okay, in the ordinal attributes, guys, there is a some order will be there, like first rank, second rank, third rank. Like they will have the order. For example, your scores O, S, A, B, C, F. Okay, likewise here also for these ordinal attributes, there is a some order will be followed. Okay, that may be a binary or multi-way splits, guys. Okay, for suppose, okay, here we can group the different attribute values, guys. Okay, here while combining also we should not violate the order, guys. Okay, while grouping we should not violate the order. For suppose after the small we cannot place the extra large, after the small, medium, large and extra large. Okay, here we are converting on to binary split. Okay, by combining the two or more attribute values. Okay, coming to here, for small, after that medium, large and extra large. Okay, here in this way we have to maintain the same order. Okay, we should not violate this order, guys, in these ordinal attributes. Okay, after the split also we should be in the same order. For suppose here also third, fourth one. Okay, small, next one is medium, large, extra large. Likewise we have to do the same way. Okay, guys, in the next class, we are going to discuss about the attribute selection measure. Okay, this is the main important related to the decision tree construction, right? Which one we are going to make this as a root or intermediate nodes. Okay, this attribute selection measure will be helpful for there. Okay, for splitting the attributes into okay different subgroups. Based on that one, we are going to make that as a internal root or root node, guys. Okay. Okay, till now what we have discussed, guys, classification we have discussed. Okay, classification types, that is decision tree we have discussed. What is the structure of the decision tree we have discussed. The next one is algorithm related to the discussed, and the next one is while constructing the decision tree. Okay, how the attributes are that is the selecting best selecting condition for the attributes, best selecting condition for the attributes also we have seen in that, particularly binary attributes, nominal attributes, how we are going to split. Okay, and the next one is ordinal attributes, means they follow the order like ranking. Okay, and the pass like SA, SO, ABC. These are the ordinal attributes, how we are going to split that one into subgroups, we can see, guys. Okay, the next okay, in the next class we are going to discuss about the attribute selection methods. Okay, any doubts, guys, till now? Any doubts? Hope you have understand this session, guys. Okay, in the next class we are going to discuss about the attribute selection methods, guys. Okay.